Hey, shalom, Akim, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, as always, I'm going to give all my praises, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RACHAQUADASH. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth, and much peace, love, and salutation to the elect. All right, to the 144,000 prophets who are out there pushing the word with all truthfulness and sincerity, putting their lives on the line for the sacrifice of YAHAWASHI to USA Shalom, as well as to the large multitude which will be delivered as well with the 144,000. All right, which consists of the other believers, the helps of men, women, and children who all know their roles in humility and believe upon the testimony of the prophets. To you all I say Shalom, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RACHAQUADASH, Barakatham to you all. I'm the brother Tazamah from the Great Millstone Dallas camp, and I'm just coming back with another lesson. And Lord willing, this lesson will be edifying to the flock of Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. And I want to do a quick lesson based upon some information that was revealed today. The beloved priest Sha'ar in our camp, had forwarded this link in our chat that we have. And what you see here from Wikipedia, this says Peter Schriever Garrison, okay? Peter Schriever Garrison. All right. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to read this little paragraph here, because Esau Edom, the so-called self-proclaimed white man, all right, knows what's coming. All right. That's the reason why he created the sixth branch of military. All right. All because, first and foremost, prophecy has to be fulfilled. Okay. Prophecy has to be fulfilled, whereas Esau Edom and the rest of these different nations, but chiefly Esau, would fight against Yahawashi and his angels. Okay? That's the reason why you had the sixth branch of military that was created, because there's going to be as what you call a Star Wars. Okay? And they got all kinds of weaponry in the heavens to try to combat against Yahawashi and the Holy Host whenever he returns. Okay? As a matter of fact, you know what? We're going to read this first, and then we'll put a precepts, because there's a particular picture in this article that I wanted to show, and it's going to be a clear dead giveaway. All right. So it says Peter Schriever Garrison, or P-S GAR, is a United States Space Force Garrison Command. Okay, it's a United States Space Force Garrison Command. Okay, and what a garrison is, we'll just get the definition of it, but what a garrison is like a stronghold, if you will, or like a base, if you will. Okay, it's an armed force, as you see here. It says the troops stationed in a fortress or town to defend it. Okay, so it's a military fortress, or fort. Like you have Fort Hood or Fort Knox, those are garrisons. Okay, and you can read about garrisons in the scriptures as well. Like King David put garrisons in Edom whenever he conquered the Edomites. All right, and that's a station of troops, as you see here. The troops stationed in a fortress or town to defend it. All right, he put garrisons or troops in Edom so that they wouldn't rise up. And we had them in check. Okay, Salakia. Okay, so it says here, I gotta pay attention a little bit. These roads are getting kind of funky. All right, so we'll read it again. And once again, Salakia, you know me, I like to do my lessons while I'm driving, because that's really where I have a lot of my thoughts, and it's just easier for me to do lessons that way. But once again, it says Peter Schriever Garrison, or P-S GAR, is a United States Space Force Garrison Command. It is assigned to Space Operations Command and headquartered at Peterson Air Force Base, Colorado. Okay. Okay, so it's a Space Force, it's a Space Operations Command Center. Okay, where they will be, they're going to be issuing out different orders and things of that nature from this particular garrison. All right, it says the Peter Schriever Garrison is responsible for Peterson Air Force Base, Schriever Air Force Base, and Cheyenne Mountain Air Force Station in Colorado, Thule Air Base in Greenland, New Boston Air Force Station in New Hampshire, and Cana Point Air Force Station, or the Cana Point Satellite Tracking Station in Hawaii. The Peterson Schriever Garrison was activated on the 24th of July 2020, replacing the 21st Space Wing and the 50th Space Wing. Okay, so it was activated this past year, and it was replacing the 21st Space Wing and the 50th Space Wing. Okay, and you can, if you like, you can click those links yourself and read more on those two bases if you like for yourself. But what I'm about to reveal in the lesson here should automatically, if you spiritual, okay, if you in the know, it should definitely pull up some your spiritual antennas. Now this is the logo of the Peterson Schriever Garrison. This is the logo. Now you see 6 heads, right? You see six heads here, but that's just Esau being sneaky. Okay, he didn't want to put 7 heads there, but this represents the 7 heads, man. Like you read in the scriptures and Revelations, the 12th chapter, the 13th chapter, the 17th chapter, the 7 heads and the 10 horns, man. Now, like I said, you see 6 heads here, but it's clearly evident what Esau is portraying. Okay, his pride hath exceedingly went high, man. This is his emblem. Man, these devils is crafty, man. These crafty devils, man. Okay, and that's mainly all I'm gonna read here in this article. But here, you got look at the 21st Space Wing emblem. You got the sword. You see that? And then you got the Buckley Garrison. Look at all these emblems. Let's just take a look at some of these emblems. But the main one here is this one, right? But let's just take a look at some of these. Let's take a look at some of these emblems, man. Look at this. The 50th wing. Let's take a look at this. Looks like a griffin, kind of. You know what I'm saying? It looks like a griffin. And the griffin was a symbol of the Assyrian kingdom. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, you can correct me if I'm wrong. All right, the 21st Space Wing. Let's look at this. The sword. Strength and preparedness. Strength and preparedness for what? They're trying to prepare themselves for the coming invasion of Yahawashi, Mashiach, and the angels, man. And it's clearly evident, man. And you see the sword. Now let's go ahead and just grab 2 precepts there. Let's get the first one in Genesis. The 25th chapter. It might be 27 actually. Hold on. Yeah, I think it's actually chapter 27. Or no, it's it's only 27. Salaki. All right, Genesis chapter 27, verse here we go. Genesis chapter 27, verse I think that's one, verse 40. Here we go. This is Genesis 27 and 30. We'll start at verse 38. And Esau said unto his father. Now this is after Jacob, all right, which is the father of the 12 tribes of Israel, supplanted Esau for the birthright, which Esau is the father of the Edomites, which are the so-called self-proclaimed white people today. Okay, so this is after Jacob supplanted Esau, and that's what Jacob's name means, YAHWAH, right? It says, and Esau said unto his father Isaac, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. All right, and even though he wept hard and wept loud, that still doesn't change the fact that no repentance is going to be granted unto Esau, man. As it tells you in Hebrews, the 12th chapter. Okay, you still gonna get that issue. You still gonna be put into slavery, and Yahawashi and the Holy Host is still gonna just smack you and destroy you whenever they come back, man. Okay. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above. Okay? Now only Jacob and Esau was blessed with the fatness of the earth and the dew of heaven. Now we're living in Esau Edom's kingdom and his blessing right now. Okay, he's in power, he's in rulership, he has control. He has control in the fatness of the whole of the whole earth. Okay? As we know it right now, the so-called white man does. All right, with his military might, he has control of the dollar. Okay, he controls all facets of business. You see, it's not the Arabs. Okay, it ain't Japheth. It ain't the so-called Hawaiians and Samoans. No, this is talking about the so-called white man. Okay, it says, and by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. You see, so by his sword, Esau is going to live. And what does the sword represent, man? It represents killing. It represents a military might. This is how Esau Edom, the so-called self-proclaimed white man, all right, this is how he has gotten the power of the whole earth. Ultimately, it's from YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, because if you could receive it, Isaac is YAHAWASHI, and he blessed him. So just as he gave him the blessing, he's going to take it away from him too. Okay, but he rules the earth with the sword, man. All right, waging war in all these different countries, biological warfare, actual warfare when it comes to weaponry with missiles. Look at these different nations, man. Look what Esau, he was the only one to drop an atomic bomb. Okay? But he doesn't want nobody else to use it. So yes, the so-called white man is the one. He is Esau Edom. And he is living by the sword. You can clearly see it today. What he's getting ready to do with this whole global pandemic, this is him. It says, and by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, all right, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. All right, and that happened after King David. All right, because King David had the Edomites in complete subjection. All right, but I want to say it was King Jehoram? Let me see if it shows here. I'm going to say it was King Jehoram, where the Edomites revolted, where Esau revolted. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. Just to prove this, 2 Kings 8 and 20. King Joram, that's what it was. And in his days, Edom revolted from under the hand of Judah and made a king over themselves. And that's when that dominion, as we read in Genesis 27, that's when that prophecy was fulfilled. All right, when they wasn't underneath the hand of King David anymore, and they made a king for themselves. Okay, but the point is that the sword. Okay, and this is the emblem of the 21st Space Wing. Now, of course, the 21st Space Wing and the 50th Space Wing has been now abolished due to the Peterson Schriever Garrison, which overtook both of those. But these were their emblems, man. This is the emblem here. Okay, letting you know who was in control and who that these Edomites. You don't see Moab making a space force. The sixth branch of military, like, you don't see them boasting about their space force. No, you see the so-called white man, Esau Edom, boasting about their space force, man, proving who these Edomites are. See that? That's the emblem of the 21st Space Wing, and that makes me think of what? Let's grab another precept of this. You know, and I'm just going off the top. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have like any script or anything. You know, but this is Revelation chapter 6, verse 5. No, not 6 and 5. Here we go. Revelation chapter 6, verse 4. It says, and there went out another horse that was red, and the horse represents power. Okay, and the red horse represents the power of Esau Edom. This is symbolic of the Edomites. Okay, and there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. That's the reason why the earth is languished in the morning underneath this devil's rule. Everybody's killing one another. All right, the scripture says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. Everybody's mourning. Everybody's sick. Why do you think he wants to give everybody a vaccine? Because everybody's fucking sick, man. Okay, because he's taking peace from the earth. And excuse my French, but this is the damn devil, man. You gotta call it like it is, man. You know what I'm saying? This is the demon himself, the diabolical devil, the one that's into sacrificing children and pedophilia and drinking blood and all kinds of witchcraft. This is him, the so-called self-proclaimed white man. Him, this nigga. Right? It says, and that they should take peace from the earth, and that everyone should kill one another. Now, are we not seeing that at a large scale today? Everybody killing one another. You just had all these so-called patriots storm the damn White House, or not the White House, the Capitol building. Why? Because there's no peace. It says, and there was given unto him a great sword. A great sword, man. Right there, plain as day. Plain as day, man. Okay? This is him. Now, going back, just trying to park my car real quick. Going back to the article here. I want to go back to the main one though. This one here, not this one, Slovakia. The Peterson Schriever Garrison. Look at this. You got the heads, man. Letting you know that Esau Edom is operating NATO and the EU. Because that's who the Space Force is operated underneath, is NATO, the North Atlantic Trade Organization, and different European Union nations, man. You see that? In the United States, a country, the branch, the United States Space Force. MMXIX. Just curious what that means. Let's see something. MMXIX. Roman 2019. Okay, 2019. That's what it means. Okay. 2019. So that's when the Space Force was presented or created back in 2019. Okay? And Esau is proud about this, man. He's proud about this, as the scripture says in the book of Obadiah. Okay, Obadiah. Let's just get to the point. This is Obadiah 1:3. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high. And his habitation is high because he dwelt in those mountains, man. And you can look all around in the cities and everything, how Esau builds his buildings and skyscrapers really high. Okay, that's what it's going into, and that's his pride, man. It says, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? And he really believes that nobody is going to be able to bring him down, man. It says, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and that's not America's bird, the eagle. It's not the eagle, the highest flying bird. It's not the Space Force, the highest branch, or as you can't go no higher. You know, we got the Air Force, but we're going to create the Space Force. We're going to go higher than the firmament. We're going to exceed the firmament, right? And though thou set thy nest among the stars, come on, man, you got to put 2 and 2 together. Okay? Right? Thence will I bring thee down, saith Yahweh. You see that? So the Lord is getting ready to bring this man down fast. Like YAHAWASHI said, I've seen Satan fall as lightning. Hey, look, this is prophecy. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith Yahweh. See, the Lord is gonna bring this man down, man, because what? He has exalted himself as an eagle and set his nest in the stars, man. So the Lord has to bring him down according to prophecy soon, and this is why we're seeing everything transpire the way it's transpiring. Now, let's go ahead and end it off with a couple scriptures here. Let's get the book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 1. And there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun, and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars. And that's going into the nation of Israel. Okay, the 12 stars represents the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay, now when you read in hold I want to say it's Genesis, the 45th chapter, if I'm not mistaken. It might be, let me see something real quick. No, not 45. Might be Genesis 40. Boy. Dang. 12 stars. I know there's another one. Stars. Here we go. Yeah, here we go. Call hello Yahawah Shah. Genesis 37:9. And he dreamed yet another dream and told it his brethren and said, this is Joseph telling his brethren about the dream that he had. Behold, I have dreamed a dream more. And behold, the sun and the moon, all right, the sun and the moon, all right, goes into the sun being Jacob, and then the moon being I want to say, was it Rachel? That was the mother of Joseph. I just want to just prove the point. Right, Rachel, Khan. I just want to just prove the point. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to be idly speaking. Where was we at? Salakia, man. Salakia Akim. Was it Genesis 37? Here you go. And he dreamed yet another dream and told his brethren and said, behold, I have dreamed a dream more. And behold, the sun and the moon and the 11 stars. Why is it 11 here? Because Joseph was one of the 12. And the 11 represents his brethren, made obeisance to me. Talking about they bowed down themselves unto Joseph. Because when you read the story of Joseph, all right, he pretty much, the Most High put the spirit in him to get sold into Egypt to pretty much save the nation. But that's another lesson for another day. I want to get back to the point. And she, Revelation 12:2, and she being with child cried, travailing in birth and pain to be delivered. And there appeared, and it says, and she being with child cried, travailing in birth and pain to be delivered, is really going into the nation of Israel suffering violence. As the scriptures, as YAHAWASHI said, the kingdom of heaven suffereth violence. All right, underneath the Romans at that time when YAHAWASHI spoke it, and we still suffering violence to this day. And we're looking to be delivered by YAHAWASHI from our enemies. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon. Now this dragon here isn't red, okay? Salakia, this dragon here isn't red, is black, right? Well, we know that red dragon is talking about Esau, Edom, in his beast system, having 7 heads and 10 horns and 7 crowns upon his head. Okay, now that's the old beast system. Okay, the old beast system was the Roman Empire. Okay, but now today you have NATO and the EU being spearheaded by America, which is that revised Roman system today. Okay, now when you get Revelation 13, and I stood upon the sand of the sea, and actually, you know what? Let's go back to verse 12 or chapter 12, verse 7. And there was war in heaven. All right, and that war in heaven is going into the space war, when YAHAWASHI and his angels are going to fight against Esau and his military, or his space force, right? Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and that dragon fought against the dragon, right? And the dragon fought and his angels and prevailed not. And you can read about how they didn't prevail in 2 Ezra 13. Neither was their place found anymore in heaven, because of YAHAWASHI going to completely obliterate these demons, man. But it's clearly being shown who this dragon is, man. Like I said, you see 6 heads here, but that's just Esau being sly. As the scripture says, we're not ignorant of his devices. And you see him over the earth, having his hands over the dragon's hands is over the earth, like he's in control of it. Then you got that star at the top. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, thou son of the morning? Woo, man. Isaiah the 14th chapter. You devils finna get blasted, man. I pray that Yahweh BAHASHAM Yahweh destroy you damn demons soon, man. And he will. But it's clearly evident. Look, with that star at the top. Come on, man. Clearly evident if you have a spiritual eye to see. Okay? So I just wanted to do this lesson. Lord willing, it was edifying to the elect of the nation of Israel. I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM YAHAWADAH. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone that taught us his truth. Much peace, love, and salutation to the elect. Shalom.